to call the program, and we have not heard from him as yet. And hopefully he'll be calling here in just a moment. As he has won the GOP nomination for U.S. House in West Virginia District 2. That's currently occupied by Shelley Moore Capito. And, of course, Capito announced that she is running for U.S. Senate. So that means you got an open seat there. You had 7 Republican candidates in the West Virginia primary on May 13th vying for this position, and Alex Mooney was the winner fairly easily, and some pretty big names running against him, and Charlotte Lane and Steve Harrison and so forth, and so for Alex to come away with a win shows he ran a strong campaign. He's got a lot of support from even outside groups, and Alex joins us now. Alex Mooney, good morning. How are you doing, sir?
Good morning. Fine, thank you. Thanks for having me on again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Latest I've seen is the poll has you leading Nick Casey by 10 points. Is that right?
That is right. Yeah, the voters in this state have had it with the policies of Barack Obama. His approval rating is only at 30% in my congressional district, and Nick Casey is very closely tied to Barack Obama. Nick Casey actually supported Obama over Hillary Clinton back in the 2008 primary. And, of course, despite all the damage Barack Obama has inflicted on the state of West Virginia, Nick Casey went and supported him again for re-election in 2012.
Yeah.
And the voters of this district are not liberal, they're conservative. I'm up by over 10. Actually, it's up by 12 points, given the likely turnout of voters, because the voters are fed up, frankly, upset with what's happening in West Virginia with Obama's war on coal and Obamacare in particular, which Nick Casey's been a big supporter of Obamacare. And the rhetoric coming out of the Democrats is over the top. I mean, I sent out another press release you probably saw, where I was asking Nick Casey to condemn the remarks by Senator Rockefeller, who, in attempting to defend Obamacare, said, well, those who oppose Obamacare do it because they're racists. And that's just ridiculous. It's hard to have a political conversation when the moment you disagree, they're just going to call you a name. I mean, we West Virginians oppose Obamacare because it's destroying jobs, it's taking away our freedoms, our religious freedoms, not to pay for abortion as part of health care. It's spending out of control. We oppose it for good, legitimate reasons, not because we're a bunch of racists. And Nick Casey should condemn these remarks, and he's refused to do it.
Yeah, I mean, that was really disappointing that Senator Rockefeller, who is retiring, said that, basically made it sound like anybody who, and this mantra has gone around for 6 years now. If you oppose the president on anything, certainly on his signature law, the Obamacare law, then you must be a racist. It must just simply be because he's black, and that's why you don't like the policy. And that's what Rockefeller and a lot of Democrats are saying.
Yeah, I think when you can't defend the merits of an issue, you just attack the person. I mean, it's sad. I mean, I oppose affirmative action, for example, not because I'm racist, but because it's bad policy. It's unfair. And you can't have a discussion like that. And it's not the first time this type of stuff has been said. Nick Casey said this type of thing himself in 2008 when he was rallying for Obama. He said, if you're going to vote for John McCain, or John McCain, the Republican candidate for president, thinks that we West Virginians are a bunch of hillbillies and rednecks and racists, and let's prove that we're not by voting for Barack Obama. Well, voting for Barack Obama doesn't prove that. People voted for John McCain because they agree with him on the issues, because spending's out of control, because Obama's far too liberal for this state. And it's just wrong of the Democrats, and Nick Casey in particular, who's running for Congress against me in this area, to continue to inject these type of extreme comments. And I think he should condemn it now. I think he should apologize for what he said in 2008, essentially calling West Virginians racist for not supporting Obama. And I think that right now he should tell Rockefeller that he's wrong, and he should come out against the comments made by Senator Rockefeller. It's been 5 days since I've asked Nick Casey to do this. Maybe you should call him yourself. and say, hey, do you agree with this? You know, or do you disagree? Well, I think the voters have a right to know.
The Democratic Congressional Committee has sent out its own press release, and basically they just sent out this editorial that questions your motivation. And you're going to be, as you already have been in the primary, you're going to be questioned about this, Alex. Being a former GOP chairman in Maryland, former GOP lawmaker in Maryland, and then coming over to the Eastern Panhandle of West Virginia, you're going to be presented as an outsider. How do you combat that?
I represent the values of West Virginia voters, and that's what I'm running on. This is about what the voters believe and what West Virginians want to see out of their government. And, of course, they're going to turn and change the topic and try to personally attack me again, and, frankly, all West Virginians. I mean, it's not just me. They're painting all West Virginians with this racist brush just because you don't support Obama or you don't support Obamacare. It's very unfair. I don't think the Democrats want to talk about the issues. Nick Casey has been a lifelong supporter of Obamacare. He thinks Obamacare is just great. He supported Obama in 2008, and then he turned around and supported Obama again in 2012, despite the war on coal and all the things Obama was doing, which is harming the jobs in West Virginia. He supported him again. So they'd rather make personal attacks, and I see this coming for the balance of the campaign. Rather than Nick Casey defending why he supports Obamacare, he'll personally attack me and any Republican for that matter. They'll do it to every Republican out there. I mean, it's sort of standard operating procedure for Democrats. But it's really beneath the dignity of the voters of West Virginia. They deserve honest answers and an honest debate on the issues, not personal attacks.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, we're talking to Alex Mooney, Republican nominee for U.S. House in West Virginia District 2. Give us you talk about Obamacare. Give us your perspective on that from your wife's a doctor, is that right?
Yeah, my wife's a doctor.
And to talk a little bit about it from that perspective and the insight she's been able to give you.
Well, I mean, just to clarify, my wife, was in private practice about 2 years ago, and she's put it on hold. She now full-time homeschools our children. She's not in practice right now.
Okay.
She's a neurosurgeon by training. But I mean, it's not even just my wife. It's just the medical community that I talk to in general here in West Virginia. And like the Obamacare is a mess. They said it would cut costs. It's raised costs. They said it would help, and it's not helping. It's making things worse. They said more people would have insurance. Less people have insurance. I mean, it's sort of typical of what liberals do. They come up with a big government solution to every problem, but it usually makes the problem worse. And that's what's happening with Obamacare. It's a complete train wreck. It needs to be repealed completely. Let the free market take control. Let people decide what they want for their insurance, who they want as their doctor, what kind of plan they want. Let free market competition come in, and it'll actually lower the cost of health care, and people can get a plan that's a better fit for them. This is just the problem with the whole liberal worldview. They think that the government should do things for you. Obamacare mandates, takes away your freedom. It mandates that you have to have insurance, or you got to pay extra taxes. It's a complete train wreck. I don't know anyone in the medical community that supports it, thinks it's a good idea. Clearly, we need to reform the system, encourage more free market competition, take away some of the mandates, allow people to buy insurance across state lines to increase choices. There are things we can do that are free market-based solutions, not big government solutions.
I want to get your comments on this VA scandal, Alex. I mean, this is very troubling that we're treating our nation's veterans this way. And, of course, it's been known for a long time that there's been problems with the VAs. But to see this many people's lives be affected, to see this many of our veterans having died because of these waiting lists and so forth, what do you think needs to happen?
We obviously need to clean house from top to bottom. I think I saw Congresswoman, soon-to-be Senator Shelley Moore Capito, calling the head person to resign. It's been mismanaged, and we can't just sweep these things under the rug. We need to clean house and have those people serve our veterans properly. They deserve it, and we deserve better government than that.
Yeah.
So that's what I'd like to see. See some good management.
Yeah.
People in any job, whether it's private industry or government service, shouldn't have tenure and be free from any possible chance of being let go. And in this case, these people have bungled it, and we need some serious reform over there.
Any progress on a debate between you and Nick Casey?
I have not. I've not been invited to debate by any organization yet. I presume that'll happen as we go forward here. That groups will want to have us together and have debates and discussions. I think the battle's on. I mean, the primary's over, and it's time to move forward with this discussion. And I'm willing to debate. I think it'd be a good idea. I think that Nick Casey should answer for the positions he's taken over the years on coal and on this Obamacare train wreck and gun control and things like that. And I'm happy to defend my positions. I mean, he can ask me all the tough questions he wants. I'm ready to discuss it. The voters deserve that. And I think it's going to be a great year here in West Virginia with the Senate race and the congressional races, all three of them. And again, it's my hope that West Virginians get what they deserve in at least an honest and fair discussion. I mean, even if you're not a conservative, I was asked the other day, how are you going to reach out to independents and moderates? I don't think independents are well served by, any politician calling another one names. Oh, you're a racist. Oh, you're not one of us. You're not from here. All this kind of stuff. I think that they deserve a debate on the issues. How are you going to take care of your veterans? How are you going to bring more jobs to West Virginia? What is your solution? I'd like to have that kind of discussion. I'm not sure I'm going to see that, frankly, from my Democrat opponent, who's just gone silent here while these outrageous remarks have been made by Senator Rockefeller.
Yeah, well, we'll see if Nick Casey responds and condemns those remarks by Senator Rockefeller. Again, this poll is an internal poll conducted by the Terrence Group on behalf of your campaign in the NRCC, and it has Alex Mooney up 39 to 29% among 400 likely voters and 43 to 31% when adjusted for turnout. So, it shows like your campaign's going in the right direction, if nothing else, right?
Yeah, the poll had showed West Virginians want someone who's going to fight for them and not go along to get along with just what's happening in Washington, D.C. these days with just out-of-control spending. Look, there are some good people down there. Shirley Capito is doing a great job and will be a great U.S. Senator. But the direction that the liberal Democrats are taking in this country is of great concern to the voters of West Virginia, and my district in particular. The poll showed that. I hear that every day when I go out there. Why is Obama waging a war on coal on West Virginia? How does Obama think Obamacare is a solution to our health care problems? Where's the jobs? I mean, what's going on with foreign policy? Yeah, the voters of this state want to see someone who's going to fight for them, fight against what the government's doing. And yeah, it's clear that Shirley Capito has won this district by 70% the last two elections because they want to reward the good work she's done. And I'll continue that, and I think I look forward to representing the people here.
All right, Alex Mooney, Republican nominee for West Virginia District 2, U.S. House. Alex, great to talk to you again.
Thank you.
All right, you take care, bye. 8:19, and we got news coming up with Mel here.